Have you ever caught yourself mentally replaying a moment from your past? Maybe it was something hurtful or unfair, and it feels like you're right back there emotionally. That's the story of me. It's a mental narrative that we carry and we suffer from. But here's the truth. You are not your story. And today I want to help you to awaken from it. So what do we mean when we say the story? Like, what does that mean? The story of me is the identity we build through thought. It's really made of memories, past pain, achievements, roles. It may say certain things like, I'm not good enough, or people always leave me, or I have to prove myself, or this always happens to me. These sort of things. And it feels real. Ultimately, it's not, but it does feel real in the moment because it kind of has this emotional charge to it. But it's not you. It's a conditioned identity, and as long as you live from that story, you'll be reactive, anxious, and really disconnected from peace. The ultimate truth that we're trying to get to in spiritual awakening, in spirituality in general, is really kind of just stepping out of the story of me. It's kind of having this bird's eye view, kind of looking down at your life and seeing that ultimately that down there is an illusion. And ultimately what's truly real is your perspective, that higher perspective. And we need to come to this higher perspective. That's how we spiritually evolve and grow. And that's how we come into truth. Because your past pain, achievements, roles, all these sort of things in your past is all part of the story of me. And to awaken is to see it from that higher perspective. And that gives separation to your life. That gives kind of this space. That allows you to breathe. It allows you just to flow through life easier. But when you believe the story, and you believe that this is all there is, and this is who I am, and I'm this persona living in this world, and so on, it becomes difficult. And you'll probably take everything personal too. And then the mind will come up with things like they ignored me, or they don't respect me, or she didn't respond, or I must have done something wrong. It'll start saying these sort of things. And when that starts to happen, you're no longer present. You're kind of trapped in this mental movie. And the ego feeds on being hurt, offended, right or wronged, even if it causes you suffering. This is why Eckhart Tolle says the ego is always complaining, resisting, or wanting. And this is where your peace kind of gets lost. Not necessarily in the situation, but in the story you attach to it. Awakening from the story begins with simply noticing it. It's having the awareness. Ask yourself, what is my mind telling me right now? Who am I if I don't believe what the mind is saying, or if I don't believe this thought, or I don't follow this emotion? Can I feel this emotion without the story behind it? And when you come to that, when you come into that space, that is presence. This is presence when you simply start to detach and you kind of come into this peaceful, kind of detached awareness. And you don't fight the thought, you just observe it then. You don't suppress the emotion, you feel it directly without naming or judging it. Suddenly, kind of that space opens and you realize I'm the awareness behind the story, not the actual character in it. When you're no longer totally identified with the story of me, life becomes simpler. You still feel things, you'll be sad at times, you'll feel joy, love, you'll feel pain, but they're no longer your identity. You're no longer completely entrapped in it. And that gives space to those things. So you're not totally taken over by them when negative things happen, or you feel pain or loss or whatever. You will then begin to listen without defending yourself. You'll begin to speak without needing to impress anyone. You let go without losing yourself. This doesn't mean, again, you're going to like forget your past or something, or the past isn't there or whatever. It just means you're not ruled by it. You're not ran by it anymore. You can observe it without this attachment to it emotionally, or even being reactive about it anymore either. Your true self is not your story. It's not this personal sense of self. It's the still, peaceful awareness behind it. And the more time you spend in presence in that space, the less the old story runs your life. If something in you felt lighter hearing this, it's because you already know it's true. The part of you that's always been watching, never judging, just aware, that's who you really are. So next time the story of me tries to take over, just pause, breathe, and remember you're not the story. You're the space it appears in. And in that space, there's deep peace. Thank you for being here with me today. If this spoke to you, feel free to subscribe, to like this video, and share it with someone who you may feel would benefit from hearing this today. I will see you in the next video.